All right, you three, this is the last actual specific lesson for the year, lesson 102. No more explanations, no more homework in math and Algebra 1, except strongly suggest do the extra credit on lesson 103. Anything you do on there will be extra credit, as long as it's correct. So no explanation for 103. Totally extra credit, totally up to you. Strongly suggested, just to help you out a little bit. Always ask questions, give me a call. Lesson 102, solving equations using square roots. The first part of this, pretty easy. You guys have done these before. So 1a, x squared equals 25. Just a little bit of twist to them. We know that we have to do the opposite of that to solve. So we get x squared equals square root of x squared equals plus or minus the square root of 25. Because don't forget, square root of 25 is, yes, 5. However, 5 times 5 is 25. But also, a negative 5 times a negative 5 is also 25. So you'll notice they start to do this, plus or minus, because it can either be positive or negative. So the square root of 25 now, because we're not dealing with measurements. If we're dealing with measurements, it can only be positive. Here, so now our answers are going to be plus or minus. B, x squared equals negative 16. Now, if we take the square root of this, hopefully you see a problem. I cannot take a square root from a negative number, because I either have to multiply two positives or two negatives. I cannot multiply a positive and a negative and get the square root of the number. So this, there is no solution. If you were to put that in your calculator, it'll probably say syntax error, math error, no solution. Or maybe your calculator will just shut down. I don't know, whichever one you have. So pay attention, be careful with those. You cannot have a negative number inside a square root. Example 2. Notice it says we're solving a x squared plus c equals 0. So we're still simply just solving these. Okay? So we have x squared plus 3 equals 52. Solve it. Just like we normally do. Take our 3 over and subtract, do the opposite. So x squared equals 49. The opposite of squaring something is taking the square root of 49. And now with this lesson specifically, we know that it could be positive and it could be negative. So plus or minus 7. What about B? So that was A. B, we have 4x squared minus 100 equals 0. Again, still just solving for x. Take our 100 over here and add. So I have 4x squared equals 100. Multiplying here, so come over and divide. So x squared equals 25. 100 divided by 4 gives us 25. So going back to what we've been talking about, square root of each side, x equals, we're not dealing with distance, so plus or minus 5. Okay? These aren't bad at all. Now the second part of this, example 3, talks about approximating. They want you to estimate. Actually, what this means is use your calculator. Okay? So now, with this new lesson, pay attention to what they say. They say solve, they say estimate, what do they do? So we have x squared for a. X squared equals 40. Now in the past, we would say we're going to factor it out. 4 and 10, square root of 4 gives us 2 square root of 10. Okay? And obviously it would be plus and minus. Now they're wanting you to use your calculator. So you will actually punch in the square root of 40. And if you do that, you're going to end up with an approximate answer. That's why we have the squiggly equal sign. So when you do this, round it to 3 decimal places, okay? The majority of them will go on forever. Round it to 3 decimal places. So the square root of 40 plus or minus 6.325. You're going to love those. They're easy. All you got to do is punch it in. Your calculator. Square root of this. Just don't forget the plus and minus. Part B. We have 8x squared minus 24 equals 100. So, start solving. Take 24 over and add 8x squared equals 124. Multiplying here, take it over and divide. X squared equals what? 124 divided by 8. Do the math. 15 and a half. So, take square root of both sides. Punch it in your calculator. Square root of 15.5 is plus or minus 3.937. Okay? The key thing with this lesson, we're finding the square root of stuff, we're solving for x, but don't forget plus or minus. Because as long as the inside is a positive, not a negative, you can't have a negative, you can't take the square root of a negative number. So the square root of any positive number, the answer is going to be plus or minus whatever that number is, unless we're dealing with distance. And with this lesson, we are not dealing with distance. Okay? So, there we go. Lesson 102. Which ones do you not do? Well, I'm going to tell you. As soon as I get a marker good enough to write. So lesson 102. Do not do 11, 16, 18, and 22. 23 and 30. Lesson 102. Do not do 11, 16, 18, 22, 23, and 30. Guys, it has been a great school year. Last 9 weeks has been a little bit crazy, but I hope you guys have learned something. I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you have a great summer. This is the end of the videos. Please, I encourage you strongly to do lesson 103 for extra credit. Get it handed in, get you some extra points. Call, text, ask questions on any of them, and I'll do my best to help you. Have a great summer, and stay safe. We'll see you guys later.